This is a song that was written by my good friend Ron Baxter, called Morecambe. When I were a young un, I lived with me dad, me mum, and our dog named Rover. Money were tight, we dad on the dole. I tell you, we weren't in clover. But in 59, me mother said, son, your dad's some brass on the burnings as one. He says, now we'll have some fun, and he's booked us a fortnight in Morecambe. So we got all the coach round to Morecambe. I were sick twice on the way. Had me bucket and spade, for which dad had paid, but me spade it were pinched the next day. When we got to Morecambe, we were dumped on the prom in the teeth of a northwest monsoon. With that to our backs, clad in plastic macks, we set off in search of our rooms. When we saw the landlady, our faces did fell. She looked just like Goring, the truth for to tell. When she showed us our room, it were just like a cell. Dad said he'd known better in strange ways. And in that boarding house in Morecambe, Dad had booked a room with a view. But the view that we got, it wasn't a lot. Just next door, second floor loo. The very first morning to breakfast sat down. The porridge was like polyfiller. The eggs were like rubber, the bacon like teak. The tea tasted of cockroach killer. But the fish kedgeree knocked me ass over head. All of that night, well, I daren't go to bed. I just sat on the lavvy instead, and I knew there were worse things than dying. And for entertainment in Morecambe, they watch the lights change green to red, and when they get bored, I am assured they watch red change to amber instead. And every morning I walked on the prom, and I watched all the people pass by me. The mindless, the witless, the mad, the insane, those poor wounded residents of Morecambe. So I turned myself round to look to the sea, or at least to the place where the sea ought to be. And I said to myself, this isn't happening to me. But it was, by God, more's the pity. And the band played each day in Morecambe. Helgar and Handel were slain. And at 3:30 they stopped for tea. Then they murdered 'em over again. For 2 weary weeks we just tried to survive in that hell of mud, sludge and water. Mother got cranky and swore at me dad and said that he shouldn't have brought her. Never again by the adverts get caught. Never return to that dreadful port. For Morecambe is the last resort. Next year we're going to Walney. As our coach pulled out of Morecambe, we had our last view of the bay. But nobody cheered, just made rude signs and jeered. Then we all turned our faces away. And now I sit here by the bus stop and watch all the coaches pass by me. Some go to Bognor, some to Southport, Cleethorpes, Clacton and Filey. But one I can see by the sign on the door that he is heading to Morecambe shore. And when young folk ask, what are they going for? I ask myself the same question, but the driver still shouts coach for Morecambe, and some fools still answer the call. But year by year the numbers get fewer, soon no one will go there at all. Who go to Morecambe? Who go to Morecambe? Who go to Morecambe? To Morecambe with me? Oh, I will, said the young man, from care in the community. I'll go to Morecambe with thee.